Good morning, everyone. Janie here. Welcome back to my garden. We are on day 3 of my summer garden shape up. This whole week I am working on garden maintenance because I have been slacking. So the first 2 days I did a lot of planting, I did a lot of pruning, deadheading, training. I got a ton of stuff done. Yesterday evening it was so beautiful. I had to get outside and I had to work in my garden. So I got a ton of stuff done yesterday evening, including some of the stuff that I missed out on yesterday morning, like training my Eden roses on my climbing arch right here. And then you can see my mess back here. I was pruning my flowering maple, I was pruning my ivy espalier, I was pruning my star jasmine, and I was just throwing everything on the ground. And then I got distracted and it got dark. It got darker and darker and darker. And finally it was just like, I'm gonna leave this here and I will wake up and I will clean it in the morning. So that is the first thing I have to do today, is I have to clean up my mess from last night. But I'm really glad because I got a ton of stuff done. So today is Wednesday. I have my whole list, and today I've dubbed cleaning day. So that includes Wednesday weeding day, which is normal for me. So I'm gonna weed today, and then I'm just gonna clean stuff up. You know, I have like spider webs everywhere. I'm gonna kind of get some of those. I'm gonna wash some of the windows. I'm gonna clean my barbecue. So just things that have been on my to-do list basically all summer, and it's just I haven't put the effort in to do it. I haven't given myself the time to do all these little tiny tasks that when you add them up, they're actually quite a bit. They're actually a lot of tasks, but there's all these little things that I just need to get done. And I have to say, being halfway through this little week, this project, I am loving it. I think I should do this every year. I think you all should do this every year because I am feeling so good. I'm feeling revived. We are in the dog days of summer right now. It's hot. You know, things start to kind of slow down and calm down in the garden, but this is kind of just revving my enthusiasm back up because everything, whatever I fix, whatever I touch, it looks so much better. So it's really motivating to get out here this week and be doing this. So I'm going to start with cleaning my mess up from last night, and then I will get on to my cleaning day. So I am just picking up all my mess from last night. It was such a beautiful evening, and I just happily worked as I was pruning. Did not think of the consequences of cleaning things up, but that is okay. I can do it this morning, and so that is what I started off with. You can see I'm still using my 10-gallon pop-up bag instead of my 30-gallon pop-up bag. I just like it better. I've just come to that realization. I always go for this one, even though the 30-gallon would be so much easier. So then I moved on to weeding my cut flower garden, and I have to say my cut flower garden is looking so incredibly beautiful. I am so happy with it. Everything is bright and cheerful, and I am cutting off of it like crazy, and there's still tons of stuff. So not only are the flowers growing, but the weeds are growing as well. I have not been on top of it. You can see how many weeds I'm pulling out, and half of them I can't even reach because the zinnias are so thick, but that is okay. I am okay with that. You can see some of the celosia that I planted for my fall cut flower garden. It's just looking beautiful. So then I moved on to some weeds that had been growing in my cracks of my driveway and then of the street. And I had done a weed like a challenge to see the different ways, and the burnout worked beautifully. It worked the best over boiling water and over vinegar. So I decided to use that today instead of pulling the weeds by hand, just to see how it goes. So far, doing really, really well. Then moved on to my side yard that is looking like a mess right now. And this is mostly because of the construction that's going on. The contractor's coming back and putting things back here. And then to move things out of the way, we kind of just come and put things back here. So it kind of is what it is. I don't feel too bad about it. All this extra wood we moved and the contractor actually wants it. So I have to keep it for him until he can haul it out. But I did want to show you all my honeysuckle espalier. I had cut it way back. And in my July garden tour, I showed you guys the damage and was scared that I had killed it. I have not killed it. It looks so good. From inside my kitchen window, it looks even better, kind of standing back a little bit. And I really have to say, I think that was the right call. That was the right thing to do. And it's just kind of starting fresh and kind of starting over. So I think in just another couple weeks, maybe a month, it's going to look even better. So I did what I could to kind of clean this area up. There's my 30-gallon pop-up bag. I can barely lift it up to empty it out. It is just too much for me. So I am going for the 10-gallon one from now on whenever I purchase another one of those. Then just with the daily stuff, just cleaning up the pool toys, all the floaties, all the pool noodles. It's just a constant battle in my house. My girls are actually really good about picking things up after themselves. It's just when they swim late with their friends and then we say, okay, time to come in, and then they don't have time to clean up. So I can't fault them for that. This is our pool toy bucket, and it's kind of just a catch-all. There's so much old stuff, broken goggles, so I figured I would go through it today. It was a good day to do that. We're about halfway through the swimming season, I would say. We still have quite a ways to go for the swimming season, so I thought I would clean it all out, and then I decided to spray out that bucket, and I figured I would spray out my wagon that I've been using a lot as well. I have to say, that wagon, I've been using it all the time now. It's been really, really convenient. When I first got it, I wasn't totally gung-ho about it, but I'm super, super happy with it now, and I feel like I use it a lot. I will try and link it in the description for you all if I can find it. I know I got it off Amazon. It's just been a while, so I'll see if I can look back in my orders and find it. So bringing back the clean bucket, putting all the good toys, the toys that the kids still play with, back in there, and then moving on, checking off my list, getting things done. I have to say, I love checking off lists. I get such joy out of doing that. So just a couple more things that I had time for. It was already getting late. You can see the sun is starting to get high in the sky. I cleaned up. I used my broom to clean up all the little cobwebs, the spider webs. We do get a lot of them on this pergola, and I think that's just par for the course. So just cleaning that all up. And then I decided to tackle this purple hyacinth bean that I have growing up this pergola. I was supposed to get it done yesterday. I obviously didn't get to it, so I felt like I could get it done today. That's just kind of how it goes, is just trying to get things done. So all I do is I use twine. I have a couple nails nailed into the pergola, and I just loop it around, tie it, and then loop it around the top of the pergola, if that makes sense. And then I just take the purple hyacinth bean and I just start training it up. And I know I've heard a lot of you from the south that say this plant just kind of gets out of control and kind of takes over. I think it's perfect. It works really, really well for me. It works as an annual for me. So at the end of the season, once we get our first frost, I'll just cut it at the root and I'll wait for it to die, and then I'll just pull it all off the pergola. That's what I did last year, and it worked perfectly. I was really happy with it, and I just like how lush and beautiful it is. I do train off the extra bits that grow into the veggie garden just to kind of keep things clean, but that's really easy. So then finally, I decided I was going to clean our barbecue. We use our barbecue all the time. We really like barbecuing. I like it because it keeps my kitchen somewhat clean. So we could just come outside and do it. But then, of course, the barbecue gets an absolute mess. So there was a whole bunch of grease on here along with dust and dirt. So I used just a bucket of warm soapy water, and that worked absolutely perfect. It was about right here when Sadie was asking to come out. She wanted to bring her bunny out. And so you guys will see here in a second. The bunny has just been the absolute cutest thing. Such a great addition to our family. I had bunnies when I was young, and so it's just such joy to see my daughter loving her bunny so much. So here's Hermione. You can see that we got her this little gate that she can run around in outside. She is such a good bunny. Sadie has taught her a trick where she kind of makes a kissy sound, like, and then she'll come over and she'll give you a kiss, and then we give her a treat. It's just the cutest thing, and I'm so proud of Sadie for being such a good bunny mom. All right, everyone, and that is it for day 3 of my summer garden shape up series. I got a lot of stuff done today. Of course, I didn't get everything done. Story of my life, that's okay. Tomorrow, I'm gonna start working on our patio in the backyard. I'm gonna, wash the covers and clean the rugs and do all the stuff to make our extended, our outdoor living area nice and clean, because it needs it. So I hope you all enjoyed this. I hope it motivated you to get out into your garden. Even if it's hot, just get out there early and get things done. And I will see you all tomorrow. I hope you all have a chance to get into your garden today.